Hi, welcome back to my channel, everyone. I want to say a special thank you to all my subscribers, and I want to do a shout out to a few folks who really support my channel by liking and commenting and watching basically every video. So really want to say thank you and I appreciate y'all so much. I wanted to just say thank you to Lori, Rachel, Mary, Missy, Erica, Angelica, Beatrice, The Paper Patch, and Passions of Paper. And I'm sure I'm probably forgetting a couple people, but I just want to really say thank you to all of them. And if you're new here, I am Sandy, and I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can join in all the fun as well. And I also want to say a big thank you or a big welcome to all the new subscribers that have subscribed in the last week or so. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is all about goal development and planning. As I was working on my 2022 goals, I thought, why don't I kind of put together a little video and share my process with you? I have worked in corporate America for over 35 years now, and I've done goal development and planning all those years for myself, with my teams, for different projects over the years. And even though developing goals for those are a little bit different, the basics are pretty much the same. And I know how important setting goals are, otherwise, I never get anything done. And without goal setting, I definitely wouldn't have achieved all the successes that I've achieved in my life thus far. Are you good at setting and accomplishing goals? If so, share in the comments down below. What are some of your goal setting tips and tricks? I would love to hear them. My goal setting process begins with making a mind map. So I've put some different examples of what mind maps look like in the video here. But basically, you take a blank piece of paper, you can even do this on the computer. In the middle of your page, you put down what is the key thing that you're focusing on. And from there, you brainstorm ideas around that central topic or central theme. And so I will start with a blank piece of paper and I will write 2022 goals in the middle of the page. And then I think about all the things I want to accomplish or that I want to happen this year. And it kind of helps me see my vision for the future, what it is that I am motivated about, what I care about, kind of what my dreams are. For 2022, my focus is more around personal goals. As I was doing my mind map, things that I were writing down were related to my YouTube channel and my Etsy store, also around traveling more, fingers crossed that will be behind most of the issues with the pandemic, and more around my granddaughter and my new granddaughter that's coming. So I'm really excited as I was writing these things down on my mind map about 2022. After I have written down everything I can kind of think of, I will take some time and let that marinate. I'll let that process in my head for a while, if you will. I may think of some additional items to add, and so I will add that to the list. And after it's marinated for a little bit, and I'm ready to move to the next step, I then start to take those items that were on the mind map and put them into different groups or categories or themes. So if I have several different items, uh, goals, if you will, on my mind map related to my YouTube channel, then I'd create a category called YouTube, and then I would list all those things underneath it. So this kind of helps me see all the different categories or themes that I'm focused on or that I care about for this year. Once I have them all categorized, I take a step back and look at the list and assess the list and say, okay, realistically, can I accomplish all of this year? And if the answer is yes, that's great. If not, then I will prioritize and only focus on the ones that I can accomplish this year, and the other ones will move out to the next year. Then I need to decide when I want to accomplish all my different goals. So I will break the year up into quarters, and I will start writing down on a piece of paper the goals that I want to accomplish in the first quarter, second quarter, and so on. By laying out my goals by quarter, it helps me visually see when I need to have my different goals accomplished. And it also can kind of point to where maybe I have 12 goals due in the end of the second quarter, but I only have two in the third quarter. So maybe I want to move some of the second quarter ones into the third quarter. So it's a little more balanced and something that's a little bit more manageable. From there, I begin to plan the task that I need to accomplish each goal. And based on when I want to accomplish that goal, I schedule those tasks prior to that goal due date. And what happens is say you have a goal, you want to make $100,000 this year. Well, you can't just have that goal at the end of the year and not have any task throughout the year that'll make sure you accomplish that goal. So by breaking them down into smaller goals or smaller chunks throughout the year, that will help you achieve that goal. So say you want to make $100,000 by the end of the year, maybe that would break down. You'd want to try to earn $25,000 each quarter. So that kind of helps make your goals a little more right size and a little more achievable by identifying and writing down the different tasks you need to do to make sure you achieve that goal, and then putting them on the calendar and working towards them. So I will use my monthly and weekly planner to track and schedule those tasks. I'm definitely a planner and a to do list maker. So this sets well for me in this method. Daily and weekly, I review my progress, my accomplishments, and my misses, and then I'll do any replanning as needed. As we all know, life gets in the way, so sometimes you have to make adjustments. I really like to check off my accomplishments and highlight those. Now, the pandemic has definitely affected me more than I would like to admit. I really haven't been as motivated as I have been in the past. But 2022, it's kind of given me a new energy. I'm cautiously optimistic that things are trending positive. I'm really energized this year, and that's why I wanted to share all this with you. In addition to my daily and weekly reviews, I will also, on a monthly basis, take a look at how I did on the goals I needed to accomplish the prior month, and then what goals do I need to accomplish the upcoming month. I'll also take a look at my quarterly plan that I've developed and make any adjustments there. So that is my goal setting process at a high level. I want to wrap up with just sharing some tips or lessons learned about goal setting and accomplishing goals that I've learned over the years. One of the things to think about is making sure that your goals are well laid out and well identified. There's a thing called a SMART goal, it's an acronym SMART, and that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, or actionable, relevant, and time bound. And you want to make sure your goals have all of those elements in them. So take, for example, say you want to achieve 50,000 YouTube subscribers and you want to do that by the end of 2022. So it's actionable, clear, time bound, and it's measurable. And it's relevant because you have a YouTube channel and you're wanting to grow it. So that's one tip, is to make sure that um, your goals are smart goals, if you will. Another tip or lesson learned that I follow is that I try to not schedule more than 3 tasks a day. Want to make sure that your eyes aren't bigger than your stomach, if you will. If you put down a to-do list of 20 things, it's not very realistic that you're going to get all 20 of those done because life gets in the way. So you really want to make sure you have a very short to-do list so that you can focus on those, get those accomplished, and then you can move on to the next items. Another goal or another tip is don't beat yourself up if you don't achieve a goal. Avoid those negative talks, negative self talk, negative thoughts. Instead, assess why you didn't achieve it and identify any opportunities to improve upon in the future. Um, Another tip, number 4, is ensuring that you have allotted an appropriate amount of time for your task. Don't assume best case scenario. You always want to make sure you have some contingency plans in there. Say, you need to edit a video and you're like, oh, I can do that in 15 minutes, but realistically, it probably takes you 30. So you might even want to plan for 45 minutes. And if you get done in 30, that's great. So want to make sure you have an appropriate amount of time for your task, and that way you are setting yourself up for success. And then the last little tip I have is ensuring that you're tracking your progress regularly. You want to do those check-ins, whether it's daily or weekly, and that kind of helps you keep on track and ensure that you're moving forward and things aren't falling through the cracks. Thank you so much for listening, and I invite you to give these steps a try. I hope they help you in some small way. Let me know if you'd like to see my goals and how I progress throughout the year on achieving them. I can provide periodic updates. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Making this video has certainly energized and motivated me. I hope you have a great day. Now, I'm off to accomplish some more goals. I'll see you all in the next video. Love ya.